Okay, what I'm going to be going over now is the O2 wood burning insert. American Energy Systems manufactures the Country Flame brand of O2 insert. One of the unique features of the O2 insert is that it is zero clearance fireplace approved. This is very important because in so many homes today we have zero clearance fireplaces that basically are unable to really produce any amount of good heat for the home. You're going to suck more heat out of the house with a zero clearance fireplace than you're actually going to be able to put back into it. So one of the things that Country Flame developed several years ago is a product that you can actually insert into a zero clearance wood burning fireplace, reline the chimney, do a direct connect on the stove, and actually have something that's going to produce a good amount of heat for that home and heat your house very well. Some of the trim packages on the O2 are gold and black. And you can mix and match those trim packages. As you can see here, we have it in a full gold package. Also, you can change those out and have that as a black cast iron package. The glass in the O2 is a neo-ceramic glass. You can have that optional with wheat etching like you see it here, or as plain glass. Inside the firebox, you'll notice that the O2 is fully fire brick lined. And the O2 is a catalytic wood stove. So the catalytic technology in a smaller package like this is going to give you very high efficiencies, long burn times, and you're going to be able to produce the amount of heat in a smaller package that you can't even get in a large package in some other products. The catalytic element is located in the center and the top of the stove, and this is what's going to actually reburn all your smoke and keep your chimney clean, keep your efficiencies high, and again, keep long burn times. The catalytic element is actually a ceramic element catalyst that's going to actually get hot, and once it's hot and once it's up to temperature, the catalytic element is going to glow red, and you're going to pass all your smoke through your catalyst and reburn that smoke before it has a chance to get into your chimney. To operate the catalyst when you're starting your stove, you're going to have a bypass damper. You're going to pull that damper open when you start your stove. When you're first firing it, you'll have your bypass damper open, and you're going to have your air slides open. Your air slides are another way that we're going to introduce combustion air and secondary air into the firebox. Once you've got a good fire started in your O2, you're going to have your door shut, obviously. The fire has reached a point where your temperature probe next to your damper is going to reach 500 degrees. Once that reaches 500 degrees, that's telling you that you can go ahead and shut your bypass damper. Now you've diverted all your smoke through your catalyst. And then your bypass damper, once it's closed, the temperature on your temperature probe is going to continue to rise. And that can range anywhere from 600 degrees up to 1100, 1200 degrees. A good operating temperature is around 800 degrees on your catalytic probe. All of Country Flame wood stoves are EPA certified, as well as the O2. And we have documentation with each stove that's going to let you know that the stove is EPA certified with its efficiency ratings and BTU ratings. As the air comes into the stove, it's going to actually come in through your air slides, and that's going to be your primary air and your secondary air. These two air slides are going to feed your air wash, and they're going to feed the primary air into your firebox. As the stove warms up and you have a good fire, you're going to be able to extend your burn times by actually sliding your air slides farther closed. And depending on the wood that you're burning and how much wood you have in your firebox, and depending on the length of burn time that you would like, you're going to open or close these more or less. You can close them down all the way to maximize your burn time and to maximize your wood usage. You'll notice that the O2 does have a ash lip, so that when you do open the door and you may have a little ash fall down, your ash lip's going to catch that for you. The other unique thing about the O2 is that it is very heavily built, just like all of our Country Flame product. It's going to last a lifetime, and one of the most important things with any insert or any wood stove is to have a nice heavy built unit so that you're not having to replace that down the road. It's going to give you years and years of good burn and good years of usage. One of the other unique features of the O2 is that it does have built-in 125 CFM fans. And these are dual fans, so you have 125 CFMs on both sides of the O2. These are controlled by a heat sensor. As the heat rises in the stove, a heat sensor will close and will actually activate your blowers for you. Once the blowers are activated, you'll have a rheostat or a blower control so you can control the speed of your blower. You can also bypass that. If you wish to have your blowers come on sooner than they would by the heat sensor, you can actually flip the bypass switch on the right side of your stove and it'll turn your blowers on immediately.